Brian. Is it too soon to say Merry Christmas? Yeah, it's never too soon, right? So here is the latest. This is changing things back here. This is this last list that you gave me. So I went through it, and I'm going to forego all the fancy lighting just so you can see what we're doing. We've got those windows. I did finally find a door that I liked there. And with this door, this has a man door here, so that's a swing door, but it also slides. And I've seen those. A couple of companies make those, but I don't know if your guys do or not. And I'm thinking on their window list, it might behoove us to give them elevations that we want, because like this, if they misinterpret how I wrote that down, I don't know what we're going to get. This, they have no idea what we want in there, really. Um, and I think that we're after, something just like that. These two are awnings on the side here, so you get some kind of airflow through there. You've got your pivot door, and then up above you got fix, 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 so these panels go through. And that's what gives us this header for this door here. I can do that. It would wind up on a separate sheet, but it might be worth doing and just showing what's a casement, what are going to be these awnings with a fixed window above. Um, anyway, as we're going around here, hope you're noticing that the changes. I changed this back. I made that a little more narrow and long, kind of keep in keeping with what we've been doing. I think that looks good. I think you and I are pretty much on the same page in most of this stuff. We're starting to get into your head on some of this. um, I changed this back, and that works really nice. I like that detail. That's pretty cool. So, oh look, my windows are all jacked up there. I'll have to fix that. But anyway, um, windows and doors back here. I got rid of the exercise yoga room just for now, just for this stuff. Uh, all these windows and doors, same, no change other than what we had talked about. So the deck area that I'm talking about, first of all, I like the way that this works. So I really don't want to change this. But here's the area that I'm thinking about converting to deck, and it's just right over this area right here. So this would have a wall on it. This would be your deck area. If we wanted to make that bigger, well, you probably have to bring this wall out over this, or else it's going to look funny if it breaks in the center of that. So here, let's see if I can move it. I don't think I can. I think I have to get in and redo it. Yeah, nothing drug with it. Let me see. Well, that's good enough to give you an idea. And then you take this eyebrow and do you leave the eyebrow? It's too long to leave. I don't like breaking it over the middle of the window. And actually, I think to make this work, that deck, I'd have to come over this interior wall here, so this would be more like, come on, you, like that. And this, I can't move that without doing a whole bunch of hocus pocus, but yeah, and I could stop that there. I think it looks silly though. It's not substantial enough to really. But with that, I could give you this whole area for a deck. And what's that going to do to us going down through there? So as you're doing this, there's your second floor framing I'm working on. So we're talking about bringing this deck over this whole area here. Well, now you've got a wall here and a wall here and a wall here and a wall here that will support that deck up there. But you have to take those bearing points all the way through, all the way down to the foundation. And so we go to the first floor, which I'm just starting to lay out. This is the area that we're talking about right here. And that deck sits something like right about here. Here, let me just kind of give you a graphic. So that deck is sitting right about here. The difficulty I see of getting this down through, it doesn't have to line up perfectly, but I'd have to put a big beam in here, and then I've got to shear it off of this and this. That's not going to give me anything there. And I'm going to have to make that a shear wall anyway, at least a footing wall, because we've got this cantilever over here we've got to run these across from. So big beams here that are holding up this outside wall. That's a big shear wall, but it doesn't transfer through. It transfers back here and here. Boy, I don't know. That's going to be a question for the engineer. I'm going to have to get him to take a peek at that. I'm going to say it can be done. There's a couple of sketchy things in here, but the way I'm doing this, I could drag a big shear through here. That could all be shear and catch that. This, I might be able to drag this through, but I don't know if it's enough. I might have to shear this too, all the way out to here. Probably going to have to do that anyway. I'm thinking foundation now. They're going to have to put a big footing in here. Probably make this a big footing. This will be a big footing, and this and this. Yeah, I don't know. If you want to pursue that, you're going to do something like that. Gee, I'm just guessing. You got that Dexatex up there, a big decking thing. That's not putting tile down on the deck. That's just it's a rubberized membrane that works pretty well with that. That's what I'm thinking of doing on this deck on the second floor. Let's go to this plan and get out of the roof. So that's what I'm thinking of putting on this. It doesn't add a lot of weight, and it's serviceable. You have to redo these surfaces like over there, probably that's the north facing too, like maybe every 7 years or so. You come in, they trowel on a finish coat that keeps these pretty nice. But you have to do that upstairs too, and then you got to get a stairway up. Well, the stairway can be later, but I just have to make sure that we're accommodating a stair structurally. That whole area, and the foundation coming down through. I'd say you're gonna spend 30 grand. That's not, I mean, that's with the structural stuff the engineer has to do, the actual footings you got to put in, the bearing points and the shear upgrades. Because like I said, he has to look at this as a third story. So when you're in a shaker, that doubles what this has got to take care of down here. It triples this, doubles this, because of, they're figuring a whole floor up above there. I'd say it can be done. I think you're going to spend, sheesh, yeah, 25,000. If it can be done, 20 to 25,000 to get it to where you could do it in the future. Um, let me know. Let me know if you think it's worth it. Because that's a pretty big change right now. That's going to affect everything I'm doing as far as the structural stuff. And I've got to screw around with these elevations to see if it's going to work. I really don't like that. Here, let me try and put this back here. What else could we do there? If that works with that, maybe we move this window and move these over. Move this down. I don't know. Anyway, that's where we're at. Left the big window. I just threw some stuff in here for lighting. I like it. It's really coming along. There's your pool. um, got this nice deck area here that, yeah, I know you want something up in here. I think this is your best bet. If you want to make this bigger than this area, so if we're looking at the second floor framing area, we're talking about this area right here. This would be the area I'm talking about without changing anything, but I'm not sure if we can make this work right here in a shaker. That the engineer would have to look at. Yeah, maybe we could. Maybe we're not breaking a surface here because I got to sheet this and sheet this. He'd still use these to support it. But I have to run it by him. If you want to make it bigger, I think we get rid of the problem of breaking these two surfaces. But then the problem becomes this big area. How are we going to get it to transfer down through the building and work? Here I think I can transfer it no problem. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that. That's going to be the engineer's call. Yeah, let me know. Probably put a stairway in here. It goes up here. You could do a spiral. Those are pretty dangerous, but I've done them before for roof decks. And actually, the guy that had the jacuzzi up top, he had a spiral. So you'd have a wall going across there, and these would have to be higher walls here to accommodate the railing. Railing has to be 42 inches, so you could either add on top of that, or it's probably how I'd do it, because you've got to have these for the roofing to work. So you'd add a bar or some type of railing on top of that, or glass, however you wanted to do it. So we're here, let's see if I can just do this real quick. We are talking about that as far as a roof deck. It's 16 by 20. let me know. Oh, your question about bathrooms and plumbing. Take a look at the bathrooms. I'll send you over the latest. Well, I already did. I sent this over. Look at that last one I sent over, floor plans. The thing that people always change in these is the tubs. They want showers instead of tubs or tubs instead of showers. I've just put tubs in all of these. Shower's a little more expensive and it takes a little more room. So if we went a shower here, that shower would push this and squeeze these. I probably have to shrink those a little bit, but those are tub shower combinations. Over here, tub shower combination. Um, this is just a shower in this one. I don't know if you need double sinks in this. A single would probably do just fine. Um, we talked about the laundry. And then over here we've got everything. We got a nice big steam shower. If you're going to still do the steam thing, I can fit that in under the seat here, the steam unit, and put a hatch over in this bathroom toilet area to get to that. So I think that's it. I think we're good on everything else. Upstairs, we just have that powder, and somehow I erased a wall. um, if you wanted to add a shower in here or something, let me know. Maybe I could expand this a little bit, and it gives you the option of making that a bedroom. But the overflow room, I don't know. This is all open. I don't think you want to mess with that. So, um, okay. Let me know what you want to do with that. How do I turn this off?